This is a turnaround of the planet that Zurg lives on, where his evil lair is that Buzz lands on. And the great thing about this is that you're able to see in greater detail than you can see in the film the elements that went into making this. This is actually a set that was created for A Bug's Life and was reshaded and relit for to create Zurg's planet. So what you're really looking at is the set from the riverbed, the dry riverbed on Ant Island. This is Andy's new bedroom. The best way to tell it from Andy's old bedroom is that the wallpaper is entirely different. It's no longer the cloud wallpaper. It's the stars, which we designed as kind of a nod to both Woody's Sheriff Star and Buzz Lightyear's home in the stars. So it's kind of a double duty wallpaper there. It's basically the same layout as Andy's old room with a couple of shifts in windows and a little bit more space on the floor to have the action that we needed in the movie. This is Andy's neighborhood. It's his new neighborhood because at the end of Toy Story, Andy had a brand new house and a brand new room. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing was, especially for the trees and rocks and bushes, were actually built for Bug's Life, and we were able to use them in Toy Story 2 as part of our digital backlot. The garage sale was also a great place to use old props that were built for Toy Story, the original Toy Story. Everything you see in any movie that we make at Pixar, and Toy Story 2 is no exception, has to be designed and built specific to the movie. This is the display room where Al keeps and displays his collectibles, and in this case, for most of the movie, it's the Woody's Roundup collection that you see on the shelves here. The display cases that house the different characters and all the wonderful pieces that we did for the Roundup collection. The TV is based on an old Philco TV, so everything here is based on Hopalong Cassidy and Howdy Doody type collectibles. This is the downtown where Al's building is and Al's Toy Barn is right across the street. We originally had this as 5 blocks that led up to Al's building and about 13 blocks that led away from Al's building for the original chase. And when script changes came along, we literally picked up Al's Toy Barn from the suburbs where it used to live and planted it right across the street from Al's building. So Al's building is the large brown sort of gold brick building that he lives in, kind of an Art Deco piece. This is a wonderful overhead shot of the interior of Al's Toy Barn. And in this shot, you can see actually much better than you can in the film and the designs that went into the original packaging for the toys in the shelves at the Toy Barn. These are all, with the exception of the Barbie packaging, these are all original designs for toys that don't exist except in Al's Toy Barn. And Al's Toy Barn is basically a huge toy emporium, sort of a somewhat cheap warehouse set in the city that Andy lives in. This is the Buzz aisle, where Buzz Lightyear finds himself looking at hundreds of versions of himself fresh in their mint boxes. He also finds the newest version of himself up on this very elaborate display featuring Buzz's new accessory, which is the utility belt that Buzz grabs and turns out to be very handy later on, not for Buzz, but for the imposter Buzz or the replacement Buzz that leads the toys into Al's building. This is the Barbie aisle, the pink aisle, featuring scans of actual Barbie packaging that were texture mapped onto the box models themselves to make this look as authentic as possible as a Barbie aisle. And then the tableau of dancing Barbies, the Go-Go Barbies with their little Barbie pool set and Barbie barbecue were fairly fanciful, but we wanted to make it very elaborate so that it stopped the toys dead in their tracks and got Tour Guide Barbie to give them some information. We're looking at an interior turnaround of Al's office in the Toy Barn, where the toys, led by Buzz, go to look to see if they can find Woody, who they think is in this office with all the boxes and the toys in the background. You can see in this turnaround, there are some clear shots of some of the package designs that we did for Al's Toy Barn that you probably won't see out in the regular Toy Barn. One of my favorites to look for is the Toss the Cop a Donut package and the 3 French Impressionist action figure packages as well. You'll be able to see those clearly in Al's office. This is the interior of the terminal of the airport. We're right in front of the desk for Far East Airlines, where Al has to check in his bag that contains the Roundup gang on their way, he thinks, to the Tokyo Museum. Beautiful sky flat in the background painted by Randy Barrett, and the sparse population of humans walking around to make the terminal look realistically filled with people, even though it's late at night, probably about 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. This is the exterior shot of the Tri-County International Airport, where the toys pull up in the Pizza Planet truck and find a way to get inside to find Woody, who's on his way to Tokyo on a plane. Sort of based on various airport designs from the late 50s on into the late 70s, a nice conglomeration of it, with a beautiful control tower in the background that's not unlike a giant salt and pepper shaker.